Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today is lifting day because I'm doing 3 days a week, so Wednesday means I lift. So how did I put today together? It was, I would say, fairly long, quite a few exercises, but in my mind, I feel like it's worth it if I'm going to be taking the days off in the middle. So if I only have 3 days, I can kind of stand to do a little bit more. Plus, I would just risk doing more trying to fit it all in, spread across 5 days. I'd rather just get the 3 days and be done with it, have a few days completely off. So what did that mean? So today, I started with my backwards walking in the grass, and I started with the Olympic lift being the clean. So I'm not doing the jerk. I'm not really sure where I'm going to fit that back in. Maybe I'll do a push press, or I may add it at the end of the clean reps here. And for a clean, I'm actually doing more than one rep. So for the easy strength has the clean and jerk, the clean and jerks at 1 rep at a time. So I thought, my clean and my jerk has traditionally been pretty good. I worked a lot on it when I started lifting. I started real Olympic lifting, and I hadn't had a problem since. But what I did is I did 3 reps, 3 sets of 3, similar to my power snatch. And I also did 80% of my last working weight for my workout last Friday. And this was difficult because I guess I didn't kind of consider that with the snatch I was doing multiple reps, no matter what day it was. There was never a day I was doing singles, but on the clean I was only doing singles. So you could say the clean, whatever weight I was doing, was a little bit closer to, it wasn't a max, but closer to a max than the snatch was. So that meant today on these were tough. Again, I only did the high hang. I may go either tap the ground from here on out or go hover at the low position, the shins. But it was good. Some honest work there. All right, so what's next? I will say my legs are fried from Monday. All those 4 months of not squatting made squatting again horrible. So the idea for this week was to do Monday, Friday. I was kind of thinking, if I feel froggy, I'll squat today. Nope. So what did I decide to do instead? So I didn't know whether or not, I knew I wanted to do a strength move. I didn't know if I wanted to do some sort of press or what I had done before, which is an RDL. So I decided to go with the RDL. I'll leave my pressing for my body weight movements. So starting out really light, I like to start from the top. Before, what I would do is kind of round my upper back to get all the way to the floor. I decided to just keep it strict and keep it light to really get the stretch out of the hamstrings. For all you people that don't know, RDLs, Romanian deadlift, they come from Romania because, here's a little weightlifting history lesson for you. The lifter was Nicu Vlad. He visited the U.S. This was the guy that the training center, they used his technique as the slow motion, this is how you lift. He was, I believe, one of, if not the heaviest guys to snatch double body weight. So he was about 100 kilos, and he snatched 200. This guy, he was like picture perfect pull/stay over the bar. So I'd worked up heavy to RDLs before. On my RDLs, I think I got to I think I did before 1 set of 190 for 5. I just kept going. I just kept adding weight twice a week. And I was like, if I make it, I'll go up. I would really like to build that up again, because when I worked on it before, staying over the bar on the Olympic lifts was a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure Nicu Vlad could RDL. I like how I say RDL as if he was calling it that back then. But he could RDL the same weight he would use for working weight on the back squat, both of which were like 250 kilos. So that's to say, you want that number to be up there. So that's something I'm going to throw in and start working on again, more than likely on the days that I'm not squatting. All right, now what the heck is this? This is more work from Knees Over Toes guy. These are my tib raises. This stuff, it looks minuscule and simple, And I say that, but once you do like this work on the lower leg is 2 sets of 25. This may seem simple, but if you get up there and your lower legs start burning, that should tell you something. Just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. And it's probably, like for me, a gap I'm missing. So what you're supposed to do is superset your tib raises with calf raises. I actually did, so 2 sets of 25. I did my first set seated for both movements, and I decided, let me see how it feels on the wall again. So the tibs were challenging. I'm showing my last 10 reps on both moves. You see there's a straight leg calf raise and a bent leg calf raise, so I just went with a straight since I had already done a set. But I mean, if anyone knows me, my calves are non-existent. I got them sprinter calves. I don't have those stocky Shane Hammond squatting calves. So maybe I'm in the wrong sport, but I don't care. I'm going to make it work. So 2 sets of 25, showed the last 10 reps there on each move, and they are no joke. That's, like I've said before, and here's some ATG split squats. I need to build that back up again. Like I've said before, I've done this program before, and as an Olympic lifter, I feel like it can benefit everyone, and the zero program is something that's like good enough as assistance work to your main stuff. It's just something to where, like when Ben Patrick made this, he was trying to get out of knee pain. Also has benefits as far as restoring your ankle dorsiflexion, making sure you don't have knee problems in the future, like the tib raises. That your anterior tib ties in to protect your knee, and the same thing with the lower leg. Like if your lower leg can only produce so much power, and if it can like in my case, if it can barely hold up your body weight, then what do you think is going to happen when you try to lift? So I've been listening to his stuff for a year and a half, couple years now, and it makes sense. Like, you want to be protected in the simple, measurable body weight, and eventually he adds weight, but I'm just doing the body weight version. You want to be good in these particular movements and just kind of have a baseline if you're going to push it in other endeavors. He said before that you'll find some of the freak, here I am waiting in between sets, you'll find some of the freak athletes that can do these moves already, and it's kind of like chicken or the egg. Like, was it genetics, or were they kind of living their lives to be strong in these positions? And if that's the case, then you can also build up these measurable movements to be a better athlete yourself. So the program is 3 days a week, which is going to fit well with the 3 days a week I'm already doing with my lifting. I will say here on the split squat, this is supposed to be the one that's regaining your ankle mobility. The heel does come up, which is fine. It's only body weight. I don't know if I'm going to stick with those like that because my right ankle is so far behind. I may have to do this like modified kneeling on the floor version and keeping my foot flat on the ground. Eventually, throughout the entirety of all the programs, you work up to keeping your heel down. My ankles are tight, so I may keep tweaking things. All right, so now I did some upper body today. I decided to have my upper body work. It's going to be 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps. Instead of adding a whole lot of reps, I'm going to add more difficulty, like move lower in the push-up. Like I was doing, you saw before, I had done push-ups, kind of a standing incline. Getting up there, did it on the floor today, getting that full range of motion. I would like to get my dips back. So my upper body work is going to be horizontal push and pull, which I guess, I don't know if a dip is horizontal, but eventually I'd like to work dips and ring rows. And then the other day will be handstand push-ups and pull-ups. There is an upper body component to HEG Zero, but I'm just going to stick with this because I feel like, those are kind of the 4 basic planes of movement that you'll see that are like realistic. You get some pushing on all different planes without being too crazy. So 2 of each pushed, 2 of each pull, 2 pushes, 2 pulls, split it up across 2 different days, and that's good enough. So thanks for listening to me ramble. Hope that can help anyone that's confused, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.